G'day team, 211 with another video today on the E63 W211. So if you haven't watched the previous video already, go and check it out. We replaced the fuel injectors, we serviced the transmission, the 7G Tronic in this car, which is a pretty solid example, and we gave the intake manifold a bit of a clean up, had a look at it, put a new seal in the oil cap, replaced the air filters. What else did we do? Yeah, a few little bits and pieces like that. So today's video, we're literally fixing the only real major thing that lets this car down, and that is these headlights. So this is the primary focus of this video. We're going to pull the bumper off this car in a short while, and we're going to replace these lenses with brand new aftermarket Chinese lenses. Unfortunately, I can't sort of find the Eastern European lenses I used to get for these cars. I just couldn't find them on eBay anymore. But yeah, we've got brand new lenses ready to go on it, and I've got to remember where I put them on the shelf. Found them, here they are. So I bought these suckers off AliExpress, which I'm, to be honest, a little bit nervous about. On my E55 211, I replaced the lenses last year as well. You can see them in the video. I think they were from China as well, actually, and they're actually still really good. It's only been a year though, but these have been replaced before, and the reason I say that is you can see all of this very shoddy sort of gluey work that's been done here. Well, not the glue, sorry, in saying that it could, oh, and I think it's beautiful still, hopefully. But the glue work here is a bit messy. But yeah, they're already pretty well faded, these ones, and they're scratched, so they're not in good condition. So what we're going to do is pull these headlights out, take the bumper off to do that. We'll split these off, install the new ones, hopefully they fit nicely, and that'll just make the front of this car look a lot better. We're also going to pull these grills off. This is a metal grill here. Pull it off, we clean it up. We might even just give it a go respraying it, and then later on I'll get a professional to respray it. But we'll give it a bit of a clean and just see how nice we can get it. We'll replace these plastic hooks here that are missing or broken on this car, and we'll remove these front lights, fog lights, and there's a couple of broken, oh yeah, that's definitely broken, he's gone right in. Our Parktronic sensors aren't seating properly, and I think it could be that the actual bumper's damaged, possibly. Hopefully not, but it could be damaged. Just the positioning of them is a bit out of whack, so we'll pull those out and have a look. We'll get the bumper support bar out, so when we pull it out we can chuck it up on the bar. And I've also got some freshly imported touch-up paint for this paintwork on this car. This is Designo graphite. It's an absolutely beautiful colour, I love it. And the car's been, I think, ceramic coated at some point, so it's real smooth paint. But yeah, I've got a touch-up paint, so I'm going to do my best in the meantime to cover this, to fix that. In due course, I do want to fully repaint the front bumper and hood and then PPF it all, but I'd be spending right now about $6,000 to do that. And if you consider what I paid for the car, which was about $16,000, that's over a third of the price of the car just in the front bumper and the hood. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to get the wheels done and get a couple of dents removed, and it'll be sweet. And then one day we'll redo it and spend the money, but for now, let's just take it nice and easily. So yeah, let's pull this out and get cracking into it. The first thing we're going to do is remove the front wheels and get the guard lines out. put the guards out. Also the under trays, just remove the under trays as well. I use a bit of WD-40 or CRC here in New Zealand, just to sort of wet each of the bolts before, the plastic rivets before I pull them out. It just makes it easier, especially the push rivets with the pins in them. So we've pulled all that out now. Everything's open that we need to in this area. We have the bumper sitting on this little rail here, so the bumper has a rail on it, and then the frame has this little plastic nodule sticking out, and then there's a hook in here. See this here? There's a screw on it, a torque screw, so you need a T, whatever this sucker is here. What is it? A T20, and you just want to. This screw basically locks this retaining clip or clamp in place. So you want to pull that out, because otherwise you're not going anywhere. Like that. Done the other side already, so that's that. And then you want to push, there's a tab on it that locks these two together, it locks the fender to the bumper. So you want to push it forward. The problem is, you just got to be careful. The problem is they get a bit binded because they get road grime and little stones and things in them. So you want to, I've already pushed this one forward a bit, but what you can do to loosen it up is to just give it a good pull back and forth a few times. And again, spray some WD-40 in there. Push it back and forward a few times. You'll get it eventually pushed forward enough where the bracket then swings out like this. So basically, to lock it in, you close it and pull it tight. So to undo it, which is what we're doing now, we push it forward and then swings it. It should swing out. You can pry. There's room to put like a pry in here between the fender and the thing, but you got to be careful because you're prying on this metal here. So if you go real hard on it, you'll possibly dent the fender. So just be careful if you do that. So I'll put my glove back on and do it by hand. But yeah, I might actually get some more. I've actually got WD-40. I might get that because it sort of seems to foam around and penetrate a little bit better. So I'll try that. This sucker here. And yeah, we're just pulling those rails out. So push forward, pull back. Push forward, pull it out, or pull it into the center. And then it should slip out, and then this piece will be fully sort of, you can wiggle it around. But we've still got things to remove on the front here, so we're only still at the start, so let's continue. Right team, the bumper, so I've got the brackets either side loosened up. Now I'm just using a 10mm. Firstly, to remove these 10mm screws here, there's one on each side here. So I got a little paint pen and just marked it roughly so I know where I'm retightening it at. You shouldn't really have to do that, but I just like to do it for the sake of it. And this one's for some reason already very loose, but it's fine. It's still got bites, so that's good. So just undo these and set them aside. We've also got the screws in there for the headlights, but we'll just do those once we've removed the bumper itself. We don't have to do them yet, so they're just like this. They've got like a washer on them. So there's another one here. And then they're finally attached. The bumper's attached just by two other screws that are underneath, up in here underneath the grille, up into the bottom of the crash bar. So we'll remove those as well. So we need to remove this bracket. So we'll remove the bumper, the number plate to get to those. And what I'd like to do to remove this here, I'm probably definitely going to have to remove this. So we'll pull this off. But there's little plastic tabs here you can use with your tool. They're like little sort of snap things like this, and the grill locks into them. So if you push down on them, you can pull the grill out. You might break these clips though, so just be careful. You try not to break them. You can buy them on AliExpress or eBay, just aftermarket replacements. But if you haven't got them already, you might find you break some and then you can't put your grill properly back in unless you zip tie it, which obviously is not a good approach. So just, yeah, let's just do that now. And then we can remove the 2 other 10mm screws here and on this side up into here. Bumper's nearly ready to come off, so we're taking these brackets out. There they are. So they go in, so this one was for this right hand side. They clip in at the front of the bumper, they slide in like that, lock in, lock the fender in the bumper, and then you pull it back to lock it, and then that's where you screw those screws through. So I've pulled those brackets out. We've undone these screws, these bolts, these top bolts, the bolts under the grille. We've also disconnected the fog lights, the temperature sensor, probe, and yeah. So we're pretty much good to go. Yep, she's nice and loose. That is the Parktronic harness. You can see it there. Go out beside the fog light and up into the top there. So yeah, no, that's it. That is it there. So I'll just use a bit of WD-40 on that, I think. Or I could just slide the harness out of that bracket there with a little pin. But let me just try first by hand. And then we'll put the bumper thing off. With a couple hours of labour. These are the new headlights. They're literally like brand new. So we've resealed them. I haven't videoed showing you how that process goes. If you want to see how that process works, you can go and look it up yourself on my other videos with my E55. I haven't re-videoed showing you how to do that. We just want to make sure there's really no leaks around the sides here. So what I'm going to do is just quickly take these outside, wet them, and then see if we get any build-up of fogging in the mirror, in the lenses. Hopefully not, but you know, sometimes you don't get it perfect, so you'll have a occurrence of that. But what I might do is just chuck these pilot covers back on first. And I've given these a good clean at the same time, just so they're ready to go back on the car and they're clean and Grille team. Brand new, genuine Mercedes grille. Look how nice that is. It's absolutely smoking mint. Like brand spanking new Lacuna black louvers are brand new. It's a brand new, fully brand new grille. Cost me about $230 US on FCP Euro, but it's well worth it. You know, this coupled with the brand new headlight lenses, it's just gorgeous, and it's real solid as well. Like it's a solid, obviously it's made of plastic, but it's really solid. Oh, my little finger stains. What I'm going to do is just chuck a little bit of Cerakote on it, which is just sort of like a cheap ceramic coating, and just buff that off, and then we'll start putting the headlights back in. So we've cleaned all this stuff up here, so we're good to go. I just need to finish reconnecting the grille. Some of these little pieces here in. But yeah, we can start getting the headlights back in. I also just sort of lightly repainted this. I just need to tidy up some of the overspray. But yeah, repainted that so it stands out a bit more. But yeah, we'll put the grille back in now. Right, so last little steps before we put the bumper back on. So I'm just trying to fix these Parktronic sensors. The 211 facelift has a different sensor design. It's a more compact cylindrical unit compared to the bigger boxier units. I guess older technology on the, you know, early 2000s circa original 211. So these, I just don't think these were properly installed by the paint shop that last painted it. So I've removed this one, and you can see I've already reinstalled it, and it's nice and flush now, and it's perfectly centered, whereas these other ones are like weirdly sort of positioned and stuff and just not good. So I've taken them out, carefully taken them out, and here's the little, you firstly clean them. They're filthy, they're not going to seat properly, so clean all around here. But you see these little clear grommets, these little clear seals. These are the seals that insulate around the contact with the bumper itself. But what I've done is, because these clips don't necessarily squeeze in and latch on, I've just gently put a zip tie around them just to properly ensure they stay locked in. It's a little bit non-OEM, but I'd rather that than have them pop out again. So this is perfectly secure. It's locked them in place. These will not come out again. Perfect. So it's this side, like even that one seems to be not installed properly. You can just see the little tabs not fully seated. So I'm probably going to pull them all out and reseat them. But we'll go one by one, clean them, and I'm not going to video this. I'll just show you the computer result. We can start putting the bumper back on. All fixed. Wasn't too hard, Tim. And the little zip tie trick I thought of seems to have worked well. It's going to pop back in, but that looks good. It's nice and clean now, because before I think we had this one that was popped in, so it looked a bit crappy. They just weren't secured properly, so the zip ties now will keep them secured properly. Yeah, so all good. Let's get this thing ready to put back into the... Okay, let's put the bumper back on, team. So we'll tuck the headlights back in. We'll lightly screw them in from the back here, from the back, up the top here, have a mount, and also here we have a mount. We'll also make sure that we hook this into the back part of the headlight. So there's a little hook down the bottom there, And also make sure this goes into the front hook, which is that there. Then you can screw that on properly. Make sure you do that properly, because a lot of people install them and they forget to mount them the right way. Cool. Yes, we'll get the headlights in, then we'll put the bumper on. And it's going to be a little bit of a mish because I'm doing it one hand by myself, but that's fine. We'll just bring the car down a bit and pop the hood up and give it a crack. Cool, okay, let's go. Alright team, just a little bit of an issue here with this Airmatic filter hose here. It's got a crack in it, so that's basically potentially letting air that's not filtered through here to enter into the air dryer before it's compressed and sent out through here to the valve block. So I'm just gonna see if I can cut a new piece of hose. Let's bit up. Get this tool down here. Just sort of loosen that up a little bit. Slip it off. Oh, it's quite long actually. It would probably be fine. Probably as simple as that will do the job, team. Oh, that hurt. Ow, ow, ow. These flipping clamps, they're a mongrel. There we go. Actually, when you push on that, just be careful to counter hold it. Unlike me, because that's also just a sort of soft plastic bracket, so if you push hard enough on it, you'll probably snap that off. So that's probably just a bit of advice there after the fact. Cool, there we go, that's better. And then finally, we're just going to rewrap this here, this harness. So I won't bother spraying it with electrical cleaner, but we've got this it's called Tessa tape. This stuff here, I don't know if the stuff I've got here is genuine. It's off AliExpress, but it wasn't cheap, so I'd like to think I've just bought it from AliExpress, but it hopefully is the real product. It seems like good quality. But yeah, I've always struggled because you can obviously just use like black electrical tape, but it just never looks as good. Whereas this stuff here, this Tessa tape, is the proper foam, like proper OEM foam tape. That this stuff's a little more furrier than the stuff further up. That's further upstream here. This stuff's a little more like furry, but that's fine. As you can see here, as I wrap this, it looks really nice. It looks OEM, which is what we want. So, because I'm sick of using just black electrical tape, it just looks like cheap. And does this need to be done? Probably not in the slightest. It'll make absolutely no difference, but it just looks tidier. Perfect. Yeah, this stuff's good. If this is fake or Chinese stuff, like cheap AliExpress stuff, it's pretty bloody good quality. Like, it sticks really nicely. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Perfect. I'm even tempted to do these, to be honest. Yeah, anyway, let me team just tidy up some of this stuff because it's pretty messy, and we'll continue putting the bumper on shortly. I'm just getting sidetracked with these little projects. So we're just going to put all this back together now finally. Just making sure that I have put the harnesses on. So those are in, so now we just want to basically get these headlights aligned properly. What I'll probably do first is tighten up these screws here, and then finally we'll do the headlights. So if I get that close to where my original marks were, which is about there, same with this one. Again, we're just only doing it very lightly, team. We don't need to tighten the shit out of it, just nice and gently is fine. Cool. I've got our little brackets in here back in, and they're screwed in, so we can see it's a nice smooth line here, and the rib, the ridge here is very like it's smooth between them. There's no sort of lip or bump between them, so that's good. Then we've got the two underneath here, which you won't be able to see. And I can't see either. There we go. Perfect. It's obviously nice to see also our Parktronic sensors are properly installed, so they're not half sticking in or out now, which is good. Cool. Keep that stuff off there actually. So I'll also chuck this one in. Cool, and then team our smaller headlight ones here. these little suckers. I'm not even going to do these up, I'm just going to get them to bite like that. It's good to see this car has all its original screws as well. Cool. Also, if we bring our hood down, we should be able to... Oh yeah, that's good. That's really good. That looks really nice. We just want to get the alignment correct. I'm scared I'm going to jam something. Lift anything in the headlight? No. So you just want to look practically at it. We can see that this is quite far forward still. So need to check that. Yeah, just that's a little bit far forward. And then the headlights themselves. So if we look here, we can see there's quite a small gap here, but a big gap here. So the whole headlight needs to, yeah, sort of tilt like that a little bit and possibly move up slightly. So about there would probably be about right. In saying that, that's still not optimal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten up the rear screw. So there's a screw behind here, behind the fender, that control, which is right here, which you won't be able to see, sorry. Yeah, this one on this side's actually pretty good already. Possibly just needs to be lifted. Yeah, about. So we're just getting this alignment done, team, and then I'm just tightening up all the screws. And yeah, but first I'll do the ones for the bumper. Then, as I say, we'll do these lights and finish the alignment, and then we can actually get back to putting our grille in. So the grille's been fully, I've sanded it down, resprayed it. You might not be able to see it on camera, but it's nice and sort of, it's got a nice sort of soft gloss look to it now. It's all black, sort of gloss black. It's definitely not a paint shop job, but it's actually pretty bloody good. I'm pretty stoked with what I've done. It's been all tidied up, and yeah, it looks really good. So compared to before where it was all tired and flat, now it's going to really complement, you know, the glossy bumper, the glossy headlights, the chrome, the plastic that we've cleaned up. So it's going to look real smart. So yeah, let's continue. Right team, so these are ready to go back in. I've reinstalled the little zip ties in this little flap here, and I've put the zip tie ends facing in so you don't see them here. Cool. So then we're just refitting it back onto the bumper. Ideally that number plate holder wouldn't be there, but it is there, so we're going to work with it. So we're just going to tuck it in under, and then we want to make sure it gets onto these hooks up the top here. So there's one right at the top here, team, that I need to try and latch into. You might not be able to see it on camera. Oh great, well that does not help me at all, but okay. That one just decided to fall straight out. Let me try another one. Right team, these are my other options. These are aftermarket. To be honest, even these ones that are already in the bumper could be aftermarket. That's better. That's better. That clicked in properly. I'm picking those are just aftermarket shitters. But the ones at least that I've got are better. They're not the shittest aftermarket shitters, they're better shitters. So we'll try that again. Now the only problem is I've got to get the bastard to latch into the top one, which is now increasingly harder to access. Cool, there we go. Yeah, there he goes, he says. And it just pops off again. Okay, now that one's on. Let's mark the top here, yeah. And that one's on, cool. One. So what you want at the same time, team, is get these bottom ones latched on. So there's one at the bottom there, that's the top one latched on. That's 3, 4. And then, yeah, cool. Okay, so that's all I'm latched on. I will admit, oh yeah, that looks good. Yeah, nice, okay. No, that's cool. I will admit I'm not stoked with that lower grille. While we have restored it and cleaned it up, it still is quite heavily lacking in terms of it's been abused by the looks of it, and it's missing a few clips. So in some respects it'd be nice just to buy a brand new one, but I don't know how easy those would be to come across. This stuff's really good if you haven't used it already, team, the CRC. It'd be nice just to either get rid of this cover fully and just have a slim plate, which is a lot smaller of a number plate, and just not have this bracket at all. That's what I'd like to do with the next. When we get the bumper redone, we'll probably just get all the holes filled and then just have a very small number plate on the car, and that'll be us. Cool. So yeah, we'll chuck the number plate on and we'll get back into hooking all these harnesses up, team, so you won't be able to really see it. But we've got our fog lamp. So you're just going around and reattaching the fog lamp harnesses. And also the Parktronic harnesses. So the ones we've just recovered in this new material. So we'll plug that back in there. And our temperature sensor harness. Don't want to forget that either. That's right at the top here. And our other fog lamp harness. I might actually just zip tie some of these together, team, just to clean it up a little bit. That's better. Yeah, I'll just get some zip ties and just tidy these up because they're just a little lacking. Also, see guys, we have these harness carriers here. These are fully broken, which is the same on my E55. So we need to replace those at some point. I'll buy another set. I've already got a set on the shelf for my E55. But we won't replace those just right now. Cool, okay. So the electrics are back in. And yeah, we're pretty much now good to get the trays back on and the guard liners in. And we're approaching the end of the job, team. Cool. Okay, let's just get it all wrapped up. There's not much else to do. everything. So we've done the bumper, it's all back on, everything's aligned well, all the lights work. I forgot to plug this light back in, but that's fixed. Our sensors all work perfectly, they're not broken. Our new grille paint job looks good. It's pretty mint, nice and shiny. But yeah, this grille is just gorgeous. It's obviously brand spanking new. It's just beautiful. The car looks so good now. And even the lenses on the headlight lenses look really good as well. So if you've got a 211 and you haven't done your headlight lenses, just do them. It's well worth the money. But yeah, as you can see, the front literally looks like a brand new car now, like literally brand new. So yeah, and the paint job, I'm just loving this paint. The more and more I use the car, the more I love it. I just love this car. It's so good, and the paint's just magnificent. So anyway, done. Anyway, we're going to park her up and wrap this video up here, team. So if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. There's plenty more E63 content to do. There's plenty more things to do. This is just the beginning, and I'm really loving it so far, and I hope you guys like it as well. And yeah, let me know in the comments below, would you have an E63 or an E55? That's probably one of the big questions that people ask. Keen to hear everyone's thoughts. Cheers.